Hi, this is Kelli-Anne from the Darling Entertainer blog. This is my first video interview, and I decided to pick my good friend, Sydney Celeste Rose. Welcome, Sydney.
Honored to be picked, but thank you for having me, Kelli-Anne.
She is a model and actress, and basically I'm going to have her talk about how she started. So how would you like to share your story with them?
Okay, I started a lot when I was very small. When I was about a year old, I won a national beauty competition called America's Most Beautiful Baby. And after that, my mom started getting offers for me to do different various beauty pageants in the area where I grew up, which was in South Carolina. So I did a lot of children's beauty pageants and won many of them. And then I got a call, my mom got a call from an agency called CD Models and Talent looking for models for like the JCPenney fashion show for kids and for Sears and stuff like that. So I did a lot of those fashion shows when I was little, and I did some print work for them, and I did a commercial for them back in like '97, and I did a lot of theater. Then you fast forward to like high school and stuff, I did theater. In college, I did theater. The thing that I've done here recently has been Stories to Tell on Halloween. It's a new short film that I've done, and I'm looking to do another short film. But basically, a lot what I did was younger was more modeling. I've been published a lot, thankfully, because I worked my butt off to try to learn and get better. Which is what I'm trying to do now with acting. I did, like I said, did commercials and stuff when I was younger, but I was so small I didn't get as much in it. But knowing Kelli and being able to learn from her experience, because she has more experience with acting, has been a real good blessing. And so I am looking to learn more about acting, and my friend here is going to help me, not only with her blog but with everything else.
Yes, I sure am. And since you started from a very young age, do you have any advice for people who are, looking to start, that maybe having daughters or cousins or, sisters that might be starting, that may be having a hard time getting in? Do you have advice on how they can do that and what to avoid?
Right. Yeah, definitely. When I started, it was hard back then, but it's hard, even harder now. Definitely. If you have like a child, you should go through a legit agency. And don't just, because with the internet and all that these days, anybody can say they're you really got to do your homework, check things out, make sure that you're really getting something that's going to be good for your child and their image. Make sure the pay and all that is right. Make sure you have accounts set up for payments, so that everybody's getting paid, because there's laws about that stuff. I would say for a young person, it's all about what you got to come up with, where you want to go with it, and how you want to put your image out there to the world. And even as a child, you have to kind of, if you really want a career in it, you have to be thinking that way even when you're small, because you got to take the steps to get to that point. So develop your personality, figure out who you are, what you want to say, and then that will show up in your work, your acting, your modeling, whatever your message is that you're trying to. And make sure you double check all references and stuff like that, so you don't end up with bad experiences.
Right.
The best that you can.
There's a lot
because there's a lot of them, even if you check.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
So I imagine you've had your experiences with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plenty.
I've had mine too, so I can understand that. So
that is the name of the game.
Yes, definitely.
Fortunately.
So you said you did theater, and you're getting into acting. Have you done any acting work recently? The most recent thing I've done, other than Kells and Sid, is the Stories to Tell on Halloween, the short film. It's basically a Halloween film that has 3 stories in it, and they're all different little weird stories about things that can happen, things that can go terribly wrong on Halloween. It's got a little bit of comedy, but it's mostly horror. Definitely different for me, because most people look at me and go, okay, this girl is, clueless, and, like the movie, not Clueless for real. Like, she really, so that's the whole point. I wanted to do something that was totally different, because there's a lot more to me than just what people think. So the point is, I've got to show it. So
I've got to, I had to start getting out of my element so I could show it. So, and then the next one we're doing is a thing about Russian snipers. So once again, way off what I normally do. So the point for me is to do something way off than what you would expect. So just get to know that there won't be any Cinderella stories hopefully coming from me in the near future.
So, since you just started, obviously, there's a lot of different movies you're going to be involved in. There's different brands and different roles you're going to be involved in.
Hopefully, folks.
Is there a specific role you're wanting to do? Is there your dream role? What are you wanting to?
I would love to play like a psycho. Like my favorite character on Young and the Restless has been, which is my favorite show, has been Phyllis or has been Sheila. Back in the day, if anybody follows it, she was like nutso. She killed so-and-so. She wrecked the car. I mean, I just want to do something weird like that because I can get into that. I've gone through experiences in my, not that I really am a psycho, but I've had experiences like when my mother passed away, my dad did some crazy stuff. Yeah, I wanted to run him over with the car. So I mean, I can get into that. You know what I'm saying? I can dig into those emotions. So I know I can show that. So I gotta audition more and practice at the house and all that kind of stuff. And I think I'll find the right one because I'm pretty passionate about what I want, and when I want something, I get it one way or the other somehow. So I'll get it eventually.
Right. There's, a lot of stuff you can do to get yourself ready for those roles. There's acting classes and stuff.
Exactly.
Taking any workshops or anything like that?
The most recent one I did was Tim Ross back in March. Not this past, maybe last year. I'm looking to do some more. I'm sure Kelli-Anne knows some. Yeah. You told me about actors.
Actors are some.
There you go. So there's things coming in that horizon.
Yes, there's lots of different places you can go to. Mm-hmm. So what's next for you?
Next for me is that short film. Mm-hmm. And then this spring, I have a trip planned to Los Angeles, back to where I went before when I was a child and got all kind of problems happen with all that modeling I told you about. But I'm going to go back and brave it again and see if I can find a better opportunity this time. I've been approached by a man that works for Darwin World Media. He works at some of the Maxim events and stuff like that. And he asked me if I would shoot with his company and possibly go to the magazine and stuff like that, and I said, yeah, that would be a very good idea. So I look forward to working with that. And I've been approached by some other another filmmaker in Los Angeles. His name is Luke. Oh, forgive me, I can't remember his last name. And I'm looking forward to that. And some other photographers have reached out to me to do some shoots for different magazines. Like Prototype magazine has liked my picture on Instagram, and Instagram is another big tool that everybody should know. Instagram is like Facebook, like on steroids. Every actor or model should have Instagram because there's just limitless possibilities. Those little hearts that you can like, you gotta like those little hearts. Yes. All right, so I think I've talked enough.
Well, is there any, you said you have Instagram, so you have all the social media outlets. Did you want to let everyone know where they can find you? Or what
Instagram, like I just said, is Celeste Model 90. Twitter is model_Celeste23. And my website, which has like all this stuff I've been talking about, like, resume and like pictures from back in the day and stuff, so you can see all of it. It's CelesteRoseModel.com. And my Facebook is the same, Celeste Model 90. Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's all the time we have today, folks. This is Sydney again, and thank you for watching.
Thank you. Have a good day.